The game of the night, Stanley Cup playoffs. Western Conference, Game 3. Dallas won Game 2 in overtime at home. Welcome back, Gabriel Landeskog. The C on the sweater, it's been more than 1,000 missed games with a family there. Remarkable to see him back out there. 4-on-4 here. And Valeri Nichushkin, it's a bit of wizardry. Handling the puck, finds some wide open ice in the 4-on-4, and it's 1-0. To the third. One power play killed, a new power play starts. Jamie Benn with a redirect, and this game is tied in overtime after a 4-minute kill. Tyler Seguin roofs it, and Dallas, remarkably, in a series that has led for about a minute of total time, has won back-to-back overtime games. And you see that when they have held a 2-1 series lead in their history, 17-7 all time, a robust, nearly 71% winning clip. You take a look at the grid, and this series now, after Dallas ended the season banged up, losers of 7 in a row, they dropped the first at home against Colorado, and then again with back-to-back overtime victories, they grabbed the 2-1 series lead over Colorado. The Caps have a 2-0 series lead over Montreal. Rock the Red? Well, how about a little Commander love with some royalty in the building? Sam Hartman slamming beers, why wouldn't you? Jaden Daniels, Marcus Mariota, the quarterback room, cheering on the home team, but it's Montreal that gets on the board first. Kristen Dvorak barely sneaks it under the pad of Logan Thompson, who was brilliant in this one. That gives the Canadiens a 1-0 lead. But then here come the Caps. Connor McMichael deflects in off David Savard. Wrong place, wrong time for Montreal. You know what it's about, Steve? Pucks on net.
Gotta get pucks on net.
That's what we all understand this time of year. Stromer puts the Caps ahead. Dylan Strome, the rebound knocked in. 2 quick ones. Caps lead 2-1. It's really the story of Thompson. And it's a missed opportunity here for Jake Evans, who iron unkind. Canadiens narrowly missed the game-tying goal. Then late, after the Canadiens had a couple of very close near misses, the turnover, and Connor McMichael buries the empty netter, and the Caps win 3-1, and they grab a 2-0 series lead. Remarkably, they do not have a robust winning percentage when they've let, what did I say, 2-0 is the worst lead in hockey? Apparently a 2-0 series lead for Washington hasn't been great either. Mark Messier joins us now. Mark, it's Scott here in D.C., where let's start right there, and let's start with Logan Thompson. We didn't show all his wizardry here, but this time of year, oftentimes it's going to be the guy between the pipes, and can he make the saves that keep you ahead? How do you describe the way he performed tonight?
Well, he didn't have much work in the first 2 periods there, but when he was needed most in the 3rd period, he stood tall, made all the saves that you'd want from your goaltender to preserve the lead, made big saves, athletic saves. He battled. He did everything that you'd want from your goaltender. He won the game for the Washington Capitals in the 3rd period. Montreal was really pressuring them. They have a lot of skill in Montreal. They got a lot of opportunities, and Logan Thompson stood tall for them when they needed him most.
The Caps didn't exactly roar into the playoffs, Mess, as we know. They were great early, and then they kind of limped in a bit. And look, we know the history. They haven't won a series of any kind since they won the Cup. So to get these first 2 against a Montreal team that a lot of folks felt was dangerous, it feels like maybe the most important 2-0 lead that anybody has in the playoffs. Is that a fair way to frame it?
Yeah, I think so. Washington had a great season. I don't think anybody in the hockey world saw the kind of season coming out of Washington that they had. They galvanized around them, the team very early on in the season. There's no question about it. For whatever reason, the chemistry was right. Everybody had really great years. And then, of course, the Ovechkin chase, I think, really even galvanized the group even more so. And, it was expected for them to have a little bit of a letdown after Ovechkin broke Gretzky's record. But they've been able to regroup. They came into the first game very focused. I thought they got back to their game that made them so successful during the regular season. Big, strong, heavy forechecking team, timely goals in the power play, and have great goaltending. Excellent season, excellent start to the playoffs for Washington.
This time of year is my favorite in your sport, Mark, because something silly and hard to describe happens every year, and it's just the remarkable will of Dallas. We know that they've been banged up. We know the season didn't end the way they wanted it. They haven't led for more than about a minute in 3 games. They got a 2-1 series lead. How would you describe what the Stars are showing through will and grit to take this lead?
Yeah, I think everybody was expecting this to be a great series, and it's turning out to be exactly that. 2 teams that are very evenly matched. Both goaltenders playing great. They got a lot of talent on either side. Of course, Dallas is missing some key players, like you mentioned, but it hasn't bothered them. Their defense has really came together, and they're doing a great job against the high-flying Colorado Avalanche team, especially on McKinnon. They've made some adjustments on their penalty kill, which paid dividends in the overtime when they had to kill that 4-minute power play going into overtime, and then of course getting the win. And of course, Rantanen, who's been a little bit quiet, played his best game of the series so far, made a huge assist on the game-winning goal, showed the power and the strength that he possesses. He was all over the net, didn't score, but made a big play in overtime to get the puck out of his zone, down the ice, and of course, Seguin eventually scoring the goal.
I get that the games get more important as we go by, but these nights are my favorite, where there's just games all over the place, just remarkable, remarkable action, and the Stars win this one 2-1. Mark, I appreciate you taking some time. Look forward to doing it as we continue on.
Lots more great hockey. Good to be with you.
Appreciate you. Tyler Seguin, the hero for the Dallas Stars, joins us on SportsCenter. Hey, it's Scott Van Pelt here in D.C. Thank you so much for taking a moment to be with me. I want to start with the kill. It's a 4-minute kill against a team that is just lethal with an extra man on the ice. I feel like Lindell had a couple insane saves. And how do you guys kill that penalty?
Yeah, I mean, I think we've taken pride over the last really 2-3 years in our penalty kill, and those guys back there. And, being a guy that was out a lot this year, seeing what Esa Lindell does every night, and, how effective he is there, and obviously Jake and all the forwards. I mean, that kill was incredible. And, before OT, it was talked about just that, we've been #1 kill, or top 3 anyways, the last few years. And to focus in on that and have pride in that, and the guys did an incredible job.
It's pretty remarkable in a series where I keep saying this, but for our viewers, you'll be the first time you've heard me say it. You guys have led for like a minute in 3 games and a bunch of overtime time. Who cares? You leave the series 2-1. Yeah. And you guys are banged up as hell. This time of year, Tyler, it feels like will is such an important word. How much does that describe what you guys are doing?
Yeah, it's all about will. And I think if you look at my goal, if you look at the will by Mikko Rantanen, that whole shift and taking the puck from really, his end and winning that battle, and, doing all the little things on that shift. He's been playing great hockey for us and finally got rewarded there. And Marchman made a great play to me for the eventual winner.
It's so early in the series, and you got to win so many, I understand. But just on the road with Landeskog back, with all that meant for that building, knowing that you're facing a hell of a club, how big is a night like tonight as you just celebrate in the room with the boys, as they say?
Yeah, I mean, it's a huge night, and we knew what this night was probably going to be like, especially at the beginning. And, as much as obviously we want to beat them and play hard against Gabe, I mean, what an incredible story.
No doubt.
I've watched a couple of the episodes of the documentary, and I think we all have so much respect for Gabe and what he's done. And obviously, then when the puck drops, everything else happens. But that's it's bigger than hockey. I haven't fully been there, missing that much time, but I've been on the lineup, and pretty cool to see what he's done. But yeah, like you said, you get on the road, you want to find one. Now that you get one, you try to get 2.